Always tracking, always alerting. This is Next Weather.
I'm Next Weather meteorologist Shane Hinton, continuing to keep our eyes on the potential for some scattered evening storms. I think they'll start to fizzle apart just after sunset, though. Our rain chances ramp up as we head into the holiday weekend, though. In fact, many of you will need to break out your umbrella or keep it nearby for any holiday plans. And on top of that, we are also continuing to track the tropics for you here in the Next Weather sphere. Let's go ahead and start with a look at our rain chances over the next several days. They were scattered today. We mostly saw them in the afternoon time, and I do think we'll have a very similar setup for tomorrow. Now, you do notice that the rain chances trend higher as we close out the work week and head into the holiday weekend. About a 60% chance starting on Friday, and then maybe even bumping up higher to a 70% chance by Sunday. This does not mean that each day will be a washout, but it does mean that we are going to be staying on the wetter side of a stalled front toward our north, and that is going to basically be keeping you on your toes and also warranting having some backup plans indoors if you have them outside for the upcoming weekend. Low temperatures for tomorrow morning will kick off your Wednesday with upper 70s to lower 80s. Steamiest, unfortunately, for my friends in the Keys, 83 is where you'll be waking up to on the thermometer, but I do think it's going to probably feel like it's in the 90s as you kick off your morning. Notice that we'll jump into the triple digits for our feels like temperatures tomorrow afternoon. We'll stay just below heat advisory criteria, and I think what will help with that will be the cloud coverage and maybe even those showers and storms that develop, especially for the latter half of the afternoon and into the early evening. The rain chances that you see in the morning, those are going to favor our immediate coastline. So here's a look at those feels like temperatures tomorrow. Around 103 in Fort Lauderdale, Dania Beach, and Hollywood as you make your way to areas such as Davie and Southwest Ranches, even Weston at around 102. In areas such as Hialeah, Miami, and maybe even Kendall, anywhere from 102 to 104. And unfortunately, the stickiest and most humid conditions will be near Big Pine and Key West, maybe even up in Key Largo at around 107 to 108. If you're beating the heat by heading out on the water tomorrow, the good news is no alerts for my boaters for the Florida Keys or the Atlantic waters. A light chop is expected for both of those locations. And speaking of the Atlantic waters, we are continuing to keep our eyes on the tropics after what looked like a fairly active last week for us, now quieting down a bit. There's only one system we are tracking for you, and that is Tropical Storm Fernand. And you can see that that continues to push out to the northeastern Atlantic, maybe even intensifying slightly over the next day or two, but thankfully it poses no threat to the U.S. and will just continue to move out to the Atlantic before fizzling apart. In addition to that, guess what? No other areas of concern over the next 7 days. As we mentioned the next 7 days, let's bring it back here to South Florida. You'll notice afternoon highs staying around average, if not just slightly warmer than, which is 90 degrees for this time of year. Our rain chances really start to ramp up starting on Friday, and that will linger through the first half of next week at about a 60 to 70% chance. Right now on Labor Day itself, we will be tracking about a 60% chance for showers and storms.